Hello guys, and welcome back to KJ's channel. Today I want to talk about an issue about dealing or living in eastern Montana. So as you may know, Jordan is extremely isolated. It is 67 miles to the next town, and that town is about the same size as Jordan, not much there. Anyway, if we need anything from like a decent sized town, we have to drive down to Miles City, which is about 83 to 84 miles away. That brings us around to what we're dealing with. So if you follow the family channel, Sharon had shared on there that she's on a new medication for her ADD. And you know, we're both on prescription medicines for other things, and normally the pharmacy down there can just mail our medications to us. But this particular medicine is on a higher schedule and cannot be mailed. It has to be picked up in person. They did a trial, and she had like 14 days. She talked to her doctor, and now they had to renew it. And there's so many different rules with pharmacies, which, don't get me wrong, I understand why they're there. I've dealt in law enforcement with people abusing prescription drugs, so I'm not really upset about the rules that they have in place. It's just that the rules with our particular situation creates a lot of complications. And so what that meant was we tried to get her prescription filled a day early. The doctor tried to talk to our insurance company and the pharmacy and get it filled a day early. So Sharon went down to Miles City yesterday hoping that could happen. It did not. Today is the day that it can be filled and should be filled, but the pharmacy only has a small number of those pills. Their truck comes in later this afternoon, which would not necessarily be a problem. We could go tomorrow and get it, except Sharon is leaving for Bozeman tomorrow. So all of this is creating a problem, which means I may have to drive to Miles City this afternoon in order to get her medication, which is an 84-mile trip one way. So I may spend 3 hours on the road just to make sure she gets her medication. And that is one of the problems of living in eastern Montana. We just don't have the luxuries, and it makes life difficult sometimes. All right, well, it looks like we're heading to Miles City. Nobody's down there, or at least nobody's answered on Facebook land that they're down there. So we're going to have to drive to Miles City to get Sharon's medication. I doubt I'll do anything else while we're there, but I'll just drive down and go to Osco and get back. Before we go, Elijah has reached the point where he is allowed to ride without having to be in a 5-point harness. So I was trying to take that apart. Turned into a longer process than I had planned. We'll get out of here soon.
So we're gonna grab. We might grab.
Car trips in eastern Montana also mean Dramamine for the kids and their devices. Off we go. Finally heading out of town. I guess living in a place like this has its good and its bad. Just like anywhere else, nothing is all perfect. And these frustrations are just part of living here. Normally we have ways of dealing with this and have people go into town, or you have the luxury of having your medications mailed. But because of this medication not being able to be mailed and all the different problems, I'm having to travel today. So here we go. Here at Albertsons, got the medication. Now drive back to Jordan.